In this lecture, you will be able to appreciate the end-to-end project flow of a Lean Six Sigma project. By no means this is an end-to-end case study. There are 3 case studies in all my courses. The first one is included in this course, where we will learn about how an athlete has used the tools of Six Sigma to improve his performance. There is another case study called as TX International case study. That is a business case study, and that case study is included in my Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt course. The third case study, called as Clear Calls case study, is an extensive case study where you will work on that case study hands-on as we progress in each and every phase of DMAC, and that is included in my Green Belt course. The purpose of this lecture is to help you understand what is the end-to-end flow of a Six Sigma project, what are the most important milestones, and what are some of the most commonly used tools. So the project starts like this. It starts by identifying what is the strategic direction that the organization has, and as a result, identification of the most important projects. Following this, a team is formed and the team starts gathering voice of customer. In Six Sigma, voice of customer plays a very important role, whether you are doing a project that is facing the end customers or whether you are doing a project that is facing internal customers. It is very important for you to go and capture voice of the customers. Once you have a good hang of what the customers are looking for, what are the pain points, you draft a project charter. A project charter, in a nutshell, gives a good idea of what is the objective of this project, what is the amount of benefit that you would get, how long would you take to do this, and who are the parties who are involved in this project. Obviously, there would be a deteriorating trend. Otherwise, why would you do a project? So capturing the deteriorating trend and quantifying that can help you to refine your project charter better. In some cases, whether you are drafting the charter or whether you have completed the drafting of charter, it may be good for you to go and prioritize which areas you want to focus. Many times, the problem may be too complex for you to work on all aspects. So it may be good for you to see and find out where you can cause maximum impact, maximum positive impact. If you use a Pareto tool, that is an 80-20 principle, you may be able to target your effort on those aspects or those causes or those areas where you will be able to put minimum effort and get maximum impact. Following this, you go and brainstorm using a fishbone technique, which is again a very popular tool in Six Sigma, to brainstorm and get all possible reasons for why the problem is occurring. Following this, you may want to use what is called as a 5 why technique to prune further, asking questions 5 times, thereby pruning and finding out exactly what is the cause of the problem, the underlying reason of the problem. Once you have these, you don't trust those reasons and just go and start putting a solution in place. Instead, you go for a Gimble investigation. Gimble in Japanese means the place where actually work happens. So you go and validate really if some of those reasons that you identified in the 5 why are those reasons really the reasons for your problem. Following this, you identify a potential set of causes. Again, I wish to highlight that right now we only have potential set of causes and not the root cause. You will identify the root cause after you collect data. So that is the next step for us. Collect your data, organize that data, and once you have done that, you will be able to do some basic numerical analysis as to which area or what aspects of the data is evidently having a causation to the problem. Following this, you will be able to run a couple of analytical tools such as correlation and regression. You could do analysis of variance. In short form, that's called as ANOVA. You could do other tests such as a chi-square, or you could do a 2-sample t-test. There are a lot of hypothesis statistical tests which are run in Six Sigma projects. All these are nothing but ways to validate if really there is an impact because of this particular cause or not. Once you have done this, you summarize the list of root causes, then you brainstorm on all possible solutions. It is the end of the analyze phase, and here you start working on the improve phase, brainstorming on the solutions. Then you use what is called as an FMEA, failure mode effects analysis, to fine tune the solutions that you have identified. What you don't want is a scenario where you have a set of new problems that have cropped up just because of the solutions that you have put in place. In order for you to prevent that from happening, you use an FMEA as a tool, following which you mistake proof or you put solutions in place which will prevent the recurrence of the causes. Then you go for full-fledged implementation. Once that is done, you sustain the results and you plan for that sustenance. For Six Sigma, one of the biggest concerns or problems or challenges is that projects certainly yield results, but it's very difficult to sustain those results over a long period of time. So sustenance is the next big part, and that is part of the control phase. Following this, you evaluate, summarize, get a sign off from the CFO on how much benefits the project has given to the organization, and you celebrate. So this is the broad flow of the Six Sigma project, and I have not necessarily gone into the silos of define, measure, analyze, improve and control here. As far as possible, I have given you a logical flow of the project, and this flow is also same as the DMAC flow. So you should understand and appreciate that DMAC flow is a logical flow for any problem solving. So with this note, I wish to close this lecture. In the following lecture, we will talk about various industries and what projects are identified in those industries. Thank you.